Hello.
Hi.
I understood that you want to come to the training. Can you please tell me why?
Well, there's a couple of reasons why I want to take the training to um, reach some deeper level understanding with a couple of things. And well, one of the things I want to uh, do is some deepening of my own work with crystals, stones, and such.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because I feel like that when I started to do my spiritual work, I acquired a lot of uh, stuff that I did not actually understand what they are about. And I bought them because I just had this idea that everybody should have uh, some I don't know supplies like crystals or stones that everybody has to work with them. And now when I'm been doing this spiritual work for quite some time, I understand that I really don't have a personal relationship with, for example, stones or crystals. Um, and I've never built that relationship. I just have those stones now, and I don't have any sort of relationship with them, and I would like to change that and learn more about it. But then there are a couple of more things that I would like to learn. I've been sort of getting interested or called out, maybe, or called in to study some alchemistic uh, practices or learn more of what that is about. There is animal work that I'm really and that's probably the most natural or most strong with me at the moment. I feel animal connections really easily, and and there I have sort of really really naturally uh, solid relationships. And 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 then maybe I'm not sure. I am interested about um, or I do recognize the benefit of working with plants, but that doesn't really um, call out to me that much, or it's not as strong the call for me, like for example, working with crystals or animals or
Mm-hmm.
understanding the alchemy, which is kind of funny because the alchemy and the plant world seem to be really connected with each other. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But
Okay. So for me, basically, all these things that you mentioned and a few more, they are part of the same thing. So I don't see them as individuals. I see them as part of of a big, complex, let's call holistic approach to life in general, to ourselves in particular, and to any kind of healing process in even more particular way. So for me, they are very well connected one to each other, and I recommend to be approached also in this way. Um, Regarding the connection between alchemy and plants, that specific part of alchemy, which is based on plants, is usually called spagyric. So when we'll refer to that from now on, we'll use this word. So if you don't know it yet, you know it now. And that it will be the first step that if you choose to work with, we'll do. We'll look into the spagyrics, and there they can be different ways how we can work with plants. And there are several layers of producing some, let's say, alchemical or spagyric products that later on can be used for some specific purposes, either as a healing process, either as a consciousness enhancing process. Regarding crystals, we made already separate videos. If there are any other people who want to look more into that, they can see the video. Regarding alchemy, for now, my personal attention is only or mostly into the vegetable realm, into spagyrics. I already have some lab experience, not a lot, but some. I'm still working on that. Next room is my lab, where I'm working from time to time, and where I will continue. Regarding animals, when you say animals, you refer to physical animals, or you refer to what is called power animals or totem animals, or both?
I have a little experience with both, and I think that they are very much like intertwined with each other. I do have some this reality animal connections and relationships, but I do also I've been doing the work with the sort of spirit of the animals or the archetype spirits also.
And with that, you have some already some personal relationship which are pretty clear.
Yes.
And can you communicate with them by choice?
Yes.
Good, very good. So basically, from my point of view regarding this kind of work, based on mostly on the shamanistic understanding, is that if we want to work with this, the aim it will be to be able to have a personal, conscious relationship with any of these beings or spirits. That will be the maximum that this can give. How to get there, it depends on each particular case. I mean, for example, if it's a plant, you can use the plant fresh, you can use the plant dry, you can make different kind of products, and obviously you will take them internally, or many times we'll take them internally, sometimes also externally. And then that will help to get in frequency and in connection with the egregor of that specific reality. In the case of animals, I'm vegan and I will not recommend to eat them. So I think the connection it will be different. Many people from the shamanic tradition also used to have pieces of different animals, a leg, a tail, or whatever. If you really consider it necessary, you can go that way. I don't consider it strictly necessary. I had in the past some of these things. I don't have any more now. Actually, yes, I do have a deer thorn and 2 bones from some snakes from Peru, but not more than that. A tooth of elk and the shell or something like that. So I don't have many. And I don't insist too much into this unless there are things which can be purchase from the animal which is already dead and don't need to be killed for that.
Yeah, that's what I've sort of been trying to live by, that if something is left as a gift, it's usable.
Yes.
But
yes. And also, I don't encourage to be purchase something that to purchase that animal need to be killed. So that's totally not on my way. And also, I'm not encouraging rituals where the people kill animals in the ritual or for supporting the ritual. This is not part of my practice. Therefore, some of the initiation that I was interested about, they were denied for me because I didn't want to accept the animal sacrifices which were done always before the ritual or part of the ritual. So I'm not encouraging and I'm not going that way. So, and also with, especially with power animals, for the people who are good, sensitive and intuitive, there is totally no need for anything like that. Because those beings are very easy to be reached, very eager to communicate, very eager to share, very eager to support. So basic telepathic abilities, a little bit of mediumship, and you can connect with almost anyone you want, easy, without anything else. The rest, it's what is called legwork, meaning recreating that connection, deepening the connection, how to say, making more personal the connection, and get used with that kind of presence, understand more and more what can and what cannot give, and also really make them a friend, a part of the family, as a member, family member. The more you develop this personal relationship, the more different it will be, the whole, let's say, experience for them and for you. Also, for example, it's one thing if you develop such a connection like a technical thing, kind of sterile, dry, okay, like for example, you need to cook, you need a knife. You take the knife, you cut, and then you release the knife. It's a very technical something. Some people also do have a very personal relationship with their knife, but some don't. So the same also with the power animals. You can have a connection with that or with a stone, very technical, or you can connect with a friend, literally, with whom you have a very deep relationship, to whom also you have a emotional connection. The only thing is that anytime when you create such a connection, it's important to be free of any expectation from both sides. So, for example, there are also possibilities into magic and shamanism to conjure a spirit. So, meaning that in a way you force it to come to you. Again, I'm not encouraging that. I'm not practicing and I'm not encouraging that. I encourage decent, fair communication, invitation, acceptance, transparency, honesty, and fair relation based on trust and friendly approach. So meaning that you don't force the being to come to you, you don't temptate the being with different kind of offerings to do something for you because you pay for that. No, not this, but to have a very nice friendly relationship where you can make gifts, where you can receive gifts, but there is no pre-set up expectation of gift or any kind of contract or any energy exchange. I recommend this kind of connection to be done on a free basis friendship, like any friend you have in any, even if in your human life. If it's a friend, it's a friend. If it's a friend, is helping you. If he or she want, if doesn't want, and that's it. And you don't get offense, or you should not get offense if doesn't want to help you. So that is no expectation, no conditioning, no contract. Agreement, which for me is different from contracts, can be, and they are a normal approach. We have an agreement to connect, to help, to enjoy being together, to participate together in the ceremonies, to make gift to each other. Yes, these are nice agreements that I encourage and support. And they are part of the things that I'm sharing and part of the training that I'm encouraging and leading to the one who want to go into this training. Please, if it's something else, please continue. Or if you have any questions.
Well, I think this is a starting point of what I set out to learn. Mainly, I think it's going to change along the ride once you
Very good
get
point.
to expand your understanding.
Very
I
good
think
point.
it's going to change a
Very good
little,
point.
at least.
Now, one more thing regarding this. Like I say, our aim is to connect with these beings. These interactions are happening in many layers and in many levels, also internally, also externally. So when you or somebody else decide to go this way, don't be surprised that your normal life will start to reshape, because it will. This kind of work cannot be done, let's say, like in a bag or in a box without being connected with the rest of the life. Actually, it will be connected with everything. It should be, and from my point of view, it should be the way how you can solve whatever you want to solve from your life, and how you can create the life you want to can enjoy it to the maximum. That's the reason why I'm encouraging this kind of practice. Because from my point of view, this is the solution for a beautiful, balanced, and in content life. And then, as you mentioned, you have a more strong connection with the animals, some connection with the crystal, and not so much connection with the plants. I would say this is also kind of, let's say, normal. I don't know if you know the concept, the 5 languages of love.
Yes.
Do you know this? So
Yes.
we can say that in a way it's very similar. You can have one language which is your language, which is the main, and then the rest are more or less active. It's the same also here. So we can say that until now, from what you say, animal language is your main, secondary crystal, third plants and whatever. So this may not change, or it may change with the time. Therefore, into this, there is a level of, how to say, guided expansion, and there is a level of natural unfolding which need to be taken in consideration and accept. And also there is situation when we go with the flow, and also there are situations when there are blockages that we need to insist to be passed through. And then also there are moments of excitement, deep mystical experiences, and also periods of very shitty, disgusting, painful, tarararara, that you know already very well. And all together, they are part of the same thing, our life. So again, when we decide to go this way, we need to know that they will come all together they need to be dealt with, and according with how we understand to relate to them, this is how will be the results. Basically, it's not necessarily about eliminating all the unpleasant things and keeping only all the good things. It's more about changing the attitude about any situation, any circumstances, any experience, which is a continuous process and which is changing in time with maturity. So the maturity is the one who is giving you, in the end, the neutral. The maturity and the experience is the one which will lead you eventually to the what I will call the 0 point, where you can stay centered and balanced and experience doesn't matter what, without necessarily having an opinion or a reaction to that. Or if you do have, to have an action that you choose to have. If not, just contemplating. So into what we are doing here, it's also, in a way, a training to master in a harmonious way the duality, and then later on leading to also non-duality. How much everybody will decide, everybody will discover, and like I say, the practice will show. This is not too much to talk about. It's to do, to experience, and then to enjoy. For the one who want to approach what I'm offering here only intellectually, is no need to try, because it's not about that. It's about as much practical can be. Obviously, the intellectual part is necessary to understand and to discriminate, but it will be and need to be practical. And it will request more or less daily practice. So it's not now and then. It includes also a daily practice. And then together with that, different experiments, different ceremonies, like I say, weekly meetings. And then for every person, it's individual tailor. So it's not like a course where you sit on the bench and I'm preaching something. No, I will speak with each of you individually. I will see what you want. And the guidance, it will be according with your personal interest. Even if it's 1, even if it's 5, even if it's 20, doesn't matter the number. It will be custom tailor. Then it will be for 1 month, meaning 4 weeks, and that means 5 meetings. It will be one pre-meeting like the one we have now, and then whenever we decide, then there will be 5 meetings in a row every Sunday evening, or something like that. We will decide later on, but more or less something like that. And then that will be the module 1, and then we can go as far everybody can go. I start with only 1 month because for most of the people it's difficult to commit longer, but usually my approach is 3 months up to 1 year. But that it will be after the people will see results. And into this 1 month, the approach, it will be per week. So first we focus in 1 week, and we do what we do in 1 week, and after 1 week we have a evaluation, conversation, deepening the process. Then another week, and so on and so on. So 1 week at a time, which should not be a big commitment for most of the people. Anything else, please?
Not much. I am trying to stay open-minded to whatever may come. Like I said, that I have some goals I, for now, want to reach, but I'm trying to stay open to whatever it will transform into. So I don't know. I think I'm all set to start.
Then I think we can conclude here with the video, and then we'll see. Thank you.
Thank you.